Hello, this is Mushtaq Memon, Professor Emeritus from Washington State University. So I'm going to discuss today part of the requirements that how foreign veterinary graduates can become licensed and come to the United States and practice. So this first slide shows the entrance of veterinary teaching hospital at Washington State University. On right hand side, you can see the reception area where our clients bring their dogs and cats and other small animals for veterinary examination. And our students, once they get in veterinary college, usually they have undergraduate degree. So they may have a bachelor's in microbiology, chemistry, physics, and things like that. But the bottom line there is that the students must have fulfilled prerequisites. So we require that the students have certain semesters of chemistry, microbiology, nutrition, and things like that. So these students then get in veterinary college and they have a 4-year curriculum. So you can see that after high school, they go through almost 8 years of education before they can become veterinary doctors in the United States. So here you can see in basic science courses where they learn anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, part of the, pharmacology and things like that. But we have always emphasis that they should have problem-solving skills as well as hands-on experience. Then in year 3, they have preclinical courses. Means they go through medicine, surgery, theriogenology, a lot of practicals along with it. As you can see on this slide, the students are getting ready to go and do some surgery with our clinical experts and surgical surgeons. And these students are following the book, so to speak. They know how much time they should put on cleaning their hands, and then put clothes on, then properly dressed and go in the veterinary surgical suites. The veterinary teaching hospitals are very well equipped. As you can see here, there is a viewing area where the students are observing how the radiographs are taken. And these hospitals are very well equipped with CT scans, with MRIs, anything you can imagine in human hospitals is available in our veterinary teaching hospital. So in the United States, out of our 50 states, there are only 33 veterinary colleges. So it's very difficult for many students, especially from those states where there are no veterinary colleges, to get admitted in. So veterinary profession is highly regarded in the United States, and our veterinarians make pretty good money, and they have, all the needs of their life and family fulfilled. And in a way, the veterinary profession is organized in the United States is also very unique and very different from many, many countries. American Veterinary Medical Association is our flagship and primary organization that most of our veterinary practitioners are members of that. The students who come here, they try to get registered with AVMA, and they pass national board exam. But then every state has its own unique requirements. It could be a small exam, it could be, their own rules and regulation. So practitioner has to go through all that. And out of those 33 schools I mentioned in the United States, there are a total of about close to 18 other veterinary colleges, which are what we call accredited veterinary colleges all over the world. As you can see on this slide, 18 are in Europe, and then we have 5 in Canada, we have in South Korea and Mexico. It is very interesting to note the South Korea Veterinary College is the only veterinary institutions accredited in whole Asian continent. And there's one school in Mexico City, And Mexico is a developing country, so that is the only veterinary college in developing countries which is accredited by AVMA. So what that accreditation means is that if a student graduates from one of these colleges, they do not need to go through all those foreign veterinary graduates requirements. In the United States at this time we have about 125,000 practitioners, but the majority are focused on small animals, which are dogs and cats. Fairly small number, as you can see here, only about 3,500 are engaged in what we call food animal or livestock practice. Now, there is quite a bit shortage of veterinarians in the United States in small animal, as well as more so in food animals. And then we have also a part of what we call public practice, where veterinarians work for the government, they work in slaughterhouses and things like that. There are a few things to notice here, that our veterinary curriculum is almost 60 to 70% is focused on small animal, which was really different, let's say 50 years ago, where we had about a split of 50-50. And now in most of the countries, especially developing countries, we have curriculum focused more on food producing animals. And within those food producing animals, there are some other so the big difference in veterinary education is that in the United States, we give quite a bit hands-on experience. So that is one of the major differences, that when students come from other countries, they are limited, having limited hands-on experience. And then the emphasis on food animals. And this is understandable that food animals are so important, especially in developing countries, because still those countries need some food. But in the United States, this thing was true maybe about 50, 60 years ago, but not anymore, because we have more food than we need in the United States. And also we should keep in mind that there are some cultural and religious influences in other countries. For example, in many Muslim countries, pork or pigs are not consumed, so there's no curriculum on swine. Whereas, by gosh, you have to learn about swine production, reproduction enough so that you can pass those questions which you are being asked. And then in some countries, like again in some of the Muslim countries, this is a cultural influence and maybe some religious. The dogs are not good to keep in home. So that becomes also challenging for our graduates coming from those countries to practice in the United States. So I would like to request to please share this YouTube channel and subscribe it. Thank you for listening.